if they're not held accountable, more shootings and more retaliation tactics will take place. I'm not saying it should take place, but I'm saying the frustration of the people is going to allow that to happen. So the authorities need to do something. You can't keep profiling blacks constantly. You know, I myself get profiled all the time. It doesn't matter if it's a security guard following me around in a store, or if it's just a cop following me, or if it's them pulling me over and asking what I'm doing and where I'm going. And I have an old car and I have a nice new car, and I don't dress like a thug and I don't sound like a thug, but it doesn't matter. They still do it. So I'm speaking from experience. This has happened all my life. It happened in the UK to a small degree, but it's happened in America a lot, way more than I even really want to admit. But once again, if there's no acknowledgement that that truly is happening, then there's a problem. I know some people are going to say, well, blacks commit more crimes, and they might commit more crimes disproportionately based on their percentage that they are in America, which is I think 13%. However, if they're only 13%, but they're making up, like, I don't know, 80% of the prison population, that number is totally lopsided, which means something's wrong with how they're doing prosecutions or how they're even chasing people. If you look in Missouri, I think Jefferson County is the meth capital in Missouri. It might even be in the whole of America. Yet, if that's the case, then why aren't young white females and young white males being stopped and being asked, do you have any meth in the car? Cops don't do that. I mean, I don't know anybody that, any of my white friends that's happened to, that they just randomly get stopped or harassed and asked if their car can be searched or asked if they have any weapons on them just because. And we know this is true. If you're a white person, you know that's true. If you're a black person, you know what I'm talking about. So we need to come to the reality that the treatment is lopsided. You know, the same thing has happened to me in airports. I got searched 3 times in one airport before. 3 times in the same airport. In my whole trip, I had two layovers where I had to change plane twice. And I was searched 4 or 5 times. Just going one way. And I don't fit the bill of a terrorist at all, obviously. But that's the dynamic. So, you know, something has to be done about it. The last time I was pulled over by a cop was a couple of weeks ago. And he said that I was speeding, which I wasn't, and I have a radar detector. So I knew I wasn't speeding anyway. But I'm not gonna lie, I was not that polite with the officer, because sometimes you just get to a point where you're sick of it. You're sick of getting stopped or followed, and then when they come and they ask you stupid questions, then you just snap a little bit. I mean, I wasn't yelling at him or being disrespectful, but I definitely wasn't polite, and I told him it was crap, you know, why he was pulling me over. And he was all nervous and everything, and he was about to ask me to get out of the car and search it and all that stuff, and then he changed his mind, and I was like, why are you changing your mind? And then he started like backing down and stuff. Just totally ridiculous. But it's a reality. We have to admit that it's going on. It's happening. I mean, I'm a foreigner in America, and I can tell you that it's happening, and it's happening worse than it does in England and then in Britain. So American people, you need to take your heads out your asses, or if you're American, asses, and start acknowledging what's going on. This is why race relations in America is so far behind the rest of Europe because you're so backwards. You ignore that there's an issue going on. I'm sorry to harp on about it, but it's annoying. You know, something needs to be done about it. But anyway, just my 2 cents once again. Not that it will go very far, but everyone's entitled to give their opinion, and if my opinion helps to shape somebody else's, then that's a powerful thing. So I'll speak to you later.